What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another match reaction of the Arsenal stinking out the joint. Once again, crashing out of cups, familiar scenes. Arsenal have the exact same performance from Newcastle, and we suck. We're pathetic and abysmal, and that was an absolute disgrace. But let's go ahead and get the likes up for a Manchester United performance. They actually deserve it. Well done. They actually, they deserve to win the game with 10 men because we're absolutely crap. So get the likes up on the video and go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Of course, thanks for being here. And yeah, let me know what you think of how horrendous Arsenal are in the comments below. Banter FC is back, baby. Banter FC is back. Don't you just love it, rival fans? Banter FC, we're back for you. You thought we were gone. You thought we were going to escape the banter era. You thought that we were actually going to do something. No, man, you thought wrong. You thought wrong. I might as well not even do a match reaction and just point you in the direction of my Newcastle match reaction because it's the same thing. How many? We had over 20 attempts today. Again. And are just absolutely horrendous in front of goal. I knew when I saw the lineup. When I saw the lineup, I was worried because once again, can we get a natural lineup? Can we get a natural lineup? I'm just against a team whose best attribute is counterattacking. We play Jorginho, our worst six against counterattacks. Martinelli's been stinking out the gaff, and of course he gets the start. I mean, Trossard's been horrendous as well. So whatever, it's whatever. But I mean, I don't even, but he's left. Arteta has left himself. That's the options he's left himself with. We have an absolute con man criminal up top who's stealing a wage. Kai Havertz is robbing Arsenal blind. He's stealing a wage week in and week out. Mikel Arteta is stealing a wage week in and week out. He's robbing the club blind. Neither of them are doing their job, and they're getting paid ridiculous, stupid money. Realistically, no joking, all banter aside, I can finish better than Kai Havertz. That's not a joke. That's not a joke. I've been off the field for 5-6 years now, and I am a better finisher than Kai Havertz. Why am I not getting paid? That's pathetic. This is a disgrace that I'm not getting paid, but Kai Havertz is. That's a disgrace. It's not even a boast. It's not. I'm half the people in the stadium are better at finishing than Kai Havertz. Half the people there today at the Emirates can finish better than Kai Havertz. How many point blank opportunities do we need to score? How many point blank opportunities are we going to need to score? If you need more evidence that this team needs somebody who can score goals, you're blind. You're just blind or choosing to be ignorant. That's called stupidity. Willful ignorance is called stupidity. So they're either blind, which means they're not capable of doing their job and they're not good enough to do the job they're being paid to do, one, or they're willfully ignorant of the situation, which means they're stupid. So you have they're not good enough to do their job or they're stupid. Either way, they need to go. Either way, they need to go. Either way, they all need to go. Rip up Kai Havertz's contract. I literally said that before he took the penalty. I literally texted in my group chat that they need to rip up his contract before he took the penalty. Here it is. Here it is. Rip up the contract. Rip up the contract. There it is right there. You can't see it because my phone sucks just like Arsenal does. But still, I said we need to rip up Havertz's contract. Don't even let him hit a pin. Rip it up right now. And then what's he do? He goes and loses the game. Not once. How many misses does he have? That's how many times Kai Havertz lost the game for us today. And I can't even say that I'm surprised. I can't even say that I'm surprised. We're pathetic. This team is abysmal. They are pathetic in front of the goal. Not only can we not score goals, we're pathetic and abysmal and atrocious and disgusting and disgraceful in front of net, pick your derogative. Your derogative. It doesn't matter. Just pick whatever word that is bad, and it describes the Arsenal attack. So it doesn't matter what derogative you want to use. We're atrocious. Okay. So you want to control the game and be good defensively. Well, it only takes one ball around the corner and a nice little break for teams to get a goal on us. So we're not even defending well anymore. We're not even doing what Arteta is actually halfway decent at. We're not even doing that anymore. So what are we doing? I don't think Arteta has a clue. I think he's barely keeping his head above water. And the only thing that's keeping his head above water is the strongest rope that he could possibly have from the owners. Because the crunkies are just lapping it up. Because every time Arsenal has a horrendous display, we get sycophants online who suck up every horrendous thing the club says. Every stupid gaslighting comment that Mikel Arteta says, these fans just suck it up and continue to give the crunkies money. We're literally contributing to the cancer, our own cancer. It's like a dude with diabetes who won't stop eating sugar. Stop giving them money. They're laughing at you. They're flipping laughing at you. You know what? I'm done with it. Stop giving them money. Stop giving them money. I'm done with it. This ownership is a disgrace. And they're laughing in everyone's face because we continue to support the club. We continue to support them by giving them money. It's a disgrace. They're laughing at us. Kai Havertz is laughing. He's laughing his butt off. He's absolutely laughing his butt off. It's not like he's not going to start next game. It's not like he doesn't start the North London Derby. He's going to start. His job is safe. He's on 275 bags a week. And he misses 5 sitters and a penalty to lose the game, and he's safe. He's safe. He's fine. He's going to be fine. That's what this club is. We're a joke. We're an absolute joke. So the banter is there. The banter's coming, Arsenal fans. Get ready for that. You can thank Mikel Arteta. We're back to our banter era. We're back to being horrendous and getting made fun of. We can't even beat the worst Man United team that we've ever seen. It's the literal worst United team we've ever seen, and we can't score an open play goal against them. This team is pathetic. Our team is pathetic. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke that Arteta has been allowed to sign a new contract. Sack him. Sack him right now. Sack him right now. Don't let him leave the stadium still employed by Arsenal Football Club. Sack him right now. And I'd probably be screaming and yelling if I thought that it was actually going to happen. I don't believe it's going to happen. You can tell that the team doesn't believe we can win. The team doesn't believe we're going to score. Because there's no urgency. There's never any urgency, ever. There's never any urgency in this team. We had 6 minutes of urgency today. 6 minutes of, oh shit, we're losing. And then we tied it up. I actually think the team lacks belief, and it was shown today because we didn't believe we could win the game until Dalot got the red card. We were lackluster, listless, had no energy, no urgency, no desperation to win the game until Dalot got the red card. We were losing. We didn't come out for the second half. And it took getting punched in the face to wake up for 6 minutes, and then you went right back to sleep. And then we went right back to sleep. These guys are absolutely robbing the fans blind. They're robbing the fans of this club blind. We're getting absolutely just our heads are in our asses. The Arsenal fan base, for the most part, has our head up our ass because we're getting robbed blind by this ownership and this manager And nothing's going to change. There needs to be riots in the stadium. There needs to be, y'all need to not go to the Tottenham game. There needs to be an empty stadium versus Tottenham. That's what needs to happen. Because that's the only way the fans can affect change. And the fans deserve better. The fans deserve far better than this. We've deserved better for 20 years. We deserve far better than what we have. But it's not going to change. Because you're going to continue, Arsenal fans are going to continue to give this club money, continue to give this ownership money. It's going to happen. And until they stop doing that, nothing's going to change. Until Josh Kroenke and Stan Kroenke are no longer affiliated with Arsenal Football Club, we're not going to win anything. We're not going to do anything. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke to think that this team is going to do anything. They don't believe in themselves. Why should we believe in them? There's no desperation. There's no urgency to win. Why in the hell should any fan pay their hard-earned money to go watch that? That was a horrendous game for the neutral. That was a horrible game for the neutral. And you could probably say that about, I can't even think of an exciting Arsenal game this season. I can't even really think of one that was exciting. We haven't looked like we wanted to win a game since we played Paris. We haven't really put together a real quality performance since we played Paris. Against a team that we really needed a quality performance to beat. And that day, Bukayo Saka said that Arteta has the handbrake on. He said it in an interview post-match. We want to go forward and score goals, but Arteta keeps us held back. He literally said that in an interview. Our own players are saying out loud that our manager is holding us back. But nothing's going to change. Nothing will change. It'll just be the same shit over and over again. Strap in, Arsenal fans. Strap in, because we got at least 3 years of this. He's got a new deal. And he ain't ever getting sacked. If he had any decency, if he had any class or decorum whatsoever, Mikel Arteta would resign in shame right now. He would hold his hands up and be, look, I'm not good enough. I'm just not good enough. And he would resign and rip up his own contract. If he had any decorum or class at all. But he's not. He's not going to do that. Why would he? Why would he? There's no accountability. He has no accountability. No one at the club is gonna reprimand him for not doing his job. The last guy that stood up to him is on gardening leave. The last guy that actually cared about the football club is on gardening leave. And we're paying him too to not do all. It's good stuff. Really, really awesome stuff. And until people stop going to games, until we stop buying Letterman jackets and warm-up kits and ridiculous jerseys that we always lose in, by the way, five losses in 6 games in that no more red shirt, in that all-white kit. Yeah, that's 5 and 6. Doing big things, big old things. You know, we're just continuing to support this club, and we've leapt off a cliff. We've literally, we were teetering on the edge of a cliff ever since deadline day. When Raheem the Dream came in on deadline day, we've been on the edge of a cliff, and we finally leapt off of it. Whee! Here comes the free fall. Here comes the effing free fall. Fire him. That's the only way it's going to change. The only way anything is going to change is to just absolutely fire everybody. Fire the whole coaching staff, Nicholas Jover included, because we haven't scored from a free kick in 6-7 games. We haven't scored directly from a free kick in 6 or 7 games. I know it was a melee in there for Gabriel's goal today. The only person who apparently can score goal, the only guy who has a good shot on him, I guess, is our center back. If you came on here expecting the rage and the yelling, go to the Newcastle one. Go to the Newcastle match reaction last game, because it's the same shit. 20-something odd attempts, and we can't I mean, we're making this dude Bayender look like a rock star. We're making their goalkeeper look like a rock star. I thought that was a Chelsea move. Why are we not even making the guy work? It's an absolute and utter disgrace. Like he had it easy. He had it absolutely easy today. The very first time we troubled him, we scored a goal. I don't understand. This is disgusting. 26, here it is. 26 shot attempts. 26 shot attempts, 7 on goal. Seven on goal. How many did we miss in the 6-yard box? How many did we miss? How many point blank chances did we miss? How many of Arteta's mistakes are we going to have to keep getting slapped in the face by? Kai Havertz, mistake. Just stupid mistake. I knew it was when we signed him. It was a stupid mistake. 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz sucks again. Like it's not like we didn't know this. You had 3 years of evidence to tell you that he's not good enough, but you ignored it. That's why I believe Arteta's going to continue to ignore all the evidence that's literally slapping him in the face. All the evidence. We've had near 50 shots. We've had almost 50 shots in the last 2 games. 1 goal. 1 goal. One goal. And do we have anybody who can pull us out of the mess, out of the mire, out of the muck? Nope. Sure don't. Captain, Mr. Martin Odegaard, actually decided to show up today. I thought he had a decent first half. But, my note actually says Odegaard has his best 20 minutes in 5 games, but the bar was exceptionally low because he didn't do anything after that. 25 minutes in, and he's gone, and then he completely misses the penalty. Speaking of penalties, David Raya is diving so early and he dove so early on every pin that it was just easy. United players just had to go up and do the Bruno leap, and Raya has already dove out of the way, and all they had to do was pass it in. We're abysmal. We're absolutely horrendous. We're terrible. Every aspect of this club is now terrible because we're not defending well anymore. Saliba had a shocker. It's one of the worst performances from William Saliba I've seen. Like, we're not defending well anymore. And when you say, oh, well, Man United didn't necessarily have anything going forward for like most of the game. Well, yeah, because we have all of the ball and they're okay with that. They're letting us have all of the ball. That's their strategy. That's fine with them. They only need 1 chance to beat us. Literally every team needs 1 chance to beat Arsenal. We're so easy to play against. 1 chance is all you need, and then just sit back. You're fine. You'll be fine. You can go. I said it in the tips and predictions video that I made for this round of the FA Cup. I said it then. I don't have any confidence in this team, and I called how the game was going to go in that prediction. I called how the game was going to go. They're going to give us the ball, sit off, and let us do nothing. And then they're going to counter once and score and be fine. And they were. If Dalot doesn't get set off, we lose in normal time. If Dalot doesn't get set off, I don't see it. We lose in normal time because we never pick up the energy. We never pick up the urgency. And we wait till there's 5 minutes left in the game before we actually try to do something. So, I actually think the red card helped us. The red card, it actually it woke us up a little bit. Oh, we have a man advantage. We might actually win the game. It's pathetic, bro. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. The mentality at this football club is weak. Children. They're like children. They're like little kids out there. They're like a U10 team who are unsure that they should be there. Imposter syndrome. I don't know how many times I have to say I called this. Like, why is it that I've been able to see for 18 months what's going on, but Arteta can't? but the powers that be can't see what's happening. When I've been calling it out since Villa from last season. When I called it out against Lisbon 2 years ago. When we went out of the effing Europa League, I called out the weak mentality we have. I called out the weak mentality versus Porto, the weak mentality versus Bayern Munich, the weak mentality versus Aston Villa when we lost 2-0 to lose the game, the weak mentality at Old Trafford that this effing fan base lambasted me for. The Arsenal fan base got on me for being negative after the horrendous display at Old Trafford where we barely got over the line last season. And I got lambasted. Well, here you go. Here you go. This is what you get for supporting this dross. If you supported Arteta at all this season, you're just refusing to see what's happening. You're just simply refusing to see what's happening. And if you continue to support Arteta and this ownership from this moment on, you're a criminal. And it's your fault. It's your fault. I'll watch the game. I'll maybe try to get in a good bet on the game. I would say bet the under for Arsenal these days. Betting the under for Arsenal these days is probably the best bet because we're not going to score many goals and teams only need 1 goal to beat us. So they're not going to be trying to go gung-ho against us. So the under on Arsenal is a lock for the rest of the season. A lock for the rest of the season. For sure. That's my betting tip of the day is bet under 2 goals in like every Arsenal game for the rest of the season. You'll be just fine because we're not scoring goals. And teams know that they only need a single goal to beat us. So that's locked in, nailed on. I'll watch the game. But no more than I'm going to watch every, the rest of the league. I'm over it. Like, it's just like, there's no belief. Why should I believe when the team doesn't believe? Why should I cheer the fans? Why should I get excited when Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard are bigging up the crowd after doing nothing at all? Why should we get excited about? You have to give us something to be excited about before we get excited. Like it's a two-way street. This is a two-way street. We need something to believe in, something to get behind, or else we're not going to believe in it. Of course I have no faith because this team is horrendous. It's abysmal. We are abysmal. It's boring, for one. It's very boring. There is no entertainment in it at all. And it's not Arteta. It's his mentality. He's a loser. He's an absolute loser. He's just so petrified. He's so petrified of losing the game that he's turned himself into a loser. Fire him. Rip up the contract. Rip them all up, man. I'm done. Rip everybody's contract up and start over. Time for a rebuild. Yeah. There needs to be a protest at the stadium on Wednesday. There needs to be protests at the stadium. Every time we have a game or a function or anything, there needs to be protests at the stadium. There needs to be banners in the sky. They're Crunky out. Get these owners out of the club. That's the only way it's going to happen. If that's the only way anything is going to change is if Stan Kroenke sells the club. We need someone to come in and buy us out because this is abysmal and it's not going to get better. It's not going to get any better. How about those internal solutions? You people backing Arteta, find me. Find me. If you back Mikel Arteta's, come find me on February 1st when we don't sign anyone, when we don't do shit in this transfer window. Come find me on February 1st, and I'll say congrats. Congratulations. I said it a couple months ago that we're on the verge of, storm clouds are broiling. We're on the verge of something of something really, really, really dark. So another really dark period in the reign of Mikel Arteta. It's going to be horrible. Strap in, Arsenal fans. Oh, goodness gracious, guys. Hit the like button on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Of course, thanks for being here. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Arteta out, and so am I.